I have here the Paso Robles Zinfandel. This is a vineyard that we've had the great fortune of working with for many decades now. I think the very first Paso Robles Zinfandel was made in 1967. This is when founders of Ridge went down scouting the state, looking for vineyards of old Zinfandel vines to harvest and bring up to Montebello. They met with the Duzzi family and agreed to buy the grapes that year. Fruit came up, was crushed early as always, because this is a warm region Zinfandel. So it often comes in late August, early September. So it didn't really conflict with the Bordeaux varietal harvest here at Montebello. So they were able to ferment Zin and press off, be done with it, barrel it down, and then bring in the Montebello grapes. So logistically, it's always worked well for us to have our Zinfandel harvest and then move into Montebello. 2017 Paso Robles is 15.1% alcohol vintage. Generally, we like to stay down in the 14s, but with 17's heat, especially the Labor Day weekend that year, temperatures there were running over 110 degrees, so it was very difficult to keep the Zin from over-ripening. But we did step in and pick very quickly, brought the fruit in, crushed it into a lot of our submerged cap ready fermenters so that we could keep the skins under the fermenting juice, and with that get a finer extraction. So great color, as you can see, beautiful kind of a nice deep garnet color, and a really delicious nose. I mean, it's just full of plum and black cherry. Yeah, beautifully defined nose. It's 100% Zinfandel, so it's one of the few Zinfandels that we make that is 100% varietal. So you really get that great expression of the Zinfandel fruit on the nose. And that deliciousness of the aroma carries through onto the palate. And in a blind tasting, it would be really difficult to say that this is not a field blended vineyard, because there is some good weight. So even though it's 100% Zinfandel, there's still a nice structure to the wine. And I think part of that is really what we can derive out of doing the submerged cap fermentation. Keeping the skins in constant contact with the fermenting juice just allows for greater extraction of color and tannin. So we've got a really nice, fully fleshed out Zinfandel here, on the riper side. So you definitely get stronger fruit. The personality of the wine is really speaking in the glass, screaming out Paso Robles, and just a really wonderful acidity. So while it's that riper style, there's still this wonderful acidity that's keeping it fresh and keeping it from being too heavy. It's actually got a very pleasant flavor profile and a nice drinkability through the palate. So a wonderful wine, great vintage for Zinfandel, and one that I think you'll enjoy as much as I do.